and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about my Vipassana meditation course that I took. And what I'm going to talk about is why I took that course and what was my expectations before I went. And then I'm going to talk about the actual experience and reflections that I had afterwards. So if you like these kinds of videos, you should definitely give me a thumbs up to let me know. And if you know someone who is interested in these kinds of courses, you can share this content with them by pressing the share button. And if you have any questions, you can leave it down below and I will do my best to answer it. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel. Now, let's get to it. The reason I decided to try out Vipassana meditation was that I heard that a lot of successful people meditate every morning. So I tried it by myself with the help of YouTube. I tried like 5 minutes or 10 minutes or 15 minutes meditation. And then I saw Mimi Icon that I really like, and she talked about Vipassana meditation. So I looked at their website and found that they had a Swedish center. So I applied and got approved. Then I heard afterwards that it's really, really hard to get in here. I don't know how it is in other countries, but here in Sweden it's really hard and people have applied for like 10 times or something. It's really crazy. And for them to get in, they sat at their computer and had to like fill in all the fields. And when the clock says like 12 o'clock, because it's scheduled when you can book, so when the clock hits 12 o'clock at night to the day after when you can apply, you have to press send. So that is how hard. So I was really, really lucky that I got in. Then the day came that I was going to go to the center, and my boyfriend drove me all the way. And on the way he really scared me because he said like, have you done your research, and I think this is a culture thing or a religion thing or something like that. So I was really like scared, and it was snow bliss on the way, and it was really dark when I got there, and the house at night looked really scary, and the people that were outside, they walked really strange, I can explain, and did some kind of like yoga poses, and they looked like walking dead people. It was I'm sorry that I say this, but they looked really scary when I came. And because I have done so little research before I went, I was really scared and really wanted to turn around and go home. But I had made up my mind and I went in. The whole thing, the whole house and the experience, it felt like I was back in time to like 1800 centuries, like back in time, like hundreds and hundreds of years ago. So when people lived in farms. So it was a really strange experience at first. And the first thing you had to do was leave your cell phone and leave all your belongings. You couldn't have, and you were not allowed to have like books and papers and pens or anything. Just like your clothes was allowed, and like makeup and stuff like that. I shared a room with 2 other girls, and I was hoping to get my own room because I don't like sharing a room when you're going to sleep and so, but it was fine. Another thing that I didn't mention was that you weren't allowed to talk to anyone for the 10 days you were there. So the actual meditation was, everybody was in a big room, and the men was on one side and the women were on the other side, and 3 people was sitting in front with to face towards us, and they were the teachers to teach the meditation, and we listened to a man on a tape called Gwenka, and he told us what to do and what to think about and how to meditate and such. And the schedule was like this: at 4 o'clock they woke us up with a big bell. They hammered on like a gong gong, and we had to get ready. 30 minutes later we were in the meditation hall and did meditations for some time, and then we had breakfast, and it was okay breakfast, but the coffee was not great, so I drank tea at my whole visit there. And then we had meditation and break, and meditation and break, and then we had lunch. We didn't have dinner, we had only tea time at 5 o'clock, and we could take 2 fruits each to eat. And I thought when I heard that, oh, I'm going to be so hungry, but it was okay because you don't do so much, so it was still okay. But I was really craving for something before I got to bed. It wasn't like hungry, but I had still cravings for something to eat. And if I'm going to explain about the actual meditation, it's about to concentrate on your breath, not changing it, but just be aware of it, and also be aware of any body sensations. So you start here with just noticing any sensations around the nose and around the mouth, and then you increase the area to like your head and your shoulders and stuff like that, and just noticing sensation. And for me, this was really the hardest part, because I felt so anxious, because you have to just sit still. So for me, it was just in my head like a big no, that I didn't want to do this. I wanted to like move my body. I wanted to be productive and do stuff. So it was really hard to just sit still. So now that I'm home again, I think that this will really be good for me, and like to try to practice this, to just sit still. So my overall experience was that this was very challenging, and I think it was a good challenge, but I don't know yet if I would like highly recommend it for someone, because I need to just sit and reflect on this, if it was, because I can't say that it has been like beneficial for me yet, but I'm going to take what I learned and apply it for my own like morning and night routine, and try to do this meditation. And the recommendation for it is that you will do 1 hour in the morning and 1 hour in the evening. But for me, I think that I'm going to do 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes in the evening, because it's the time I feel like I can afford to spend. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, you can give me a thumbs up to let me know. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss out my next videos. And yeah, I will see you again. Bye!